Hey guys, Xavier here, and today back with cool guy Bailey, looking so fly right now with his new tattoo that he's got going.
I can't see him properly.
And also, he's not the only one that's different. I have realized that TRScientist gave me the mechanical hand for the right hand.
Oh yeah.
I was an idiot. I was using it on this hand.
Aren't they labelled? Oh, hold on, it's a phone. I'll be
Not
right
really.
back.
Tell
Bailey,
them
more about your misfortunate hand.
Nah, I want to get to the notes though.
Alright, so I'll catch right up. Hello.
Okay. We're getting back into episode 4 of this show, where Rena calls Oishi to tell him about Mio's scrapbook and how she's being hunted by the Sonosaki family for because of the notebooks or the scrapbook. She also says they're planning a huge bioterrorist attack, and Oishi reveals to Rena that apparently Mio was killed the night before the con drifting festival, which I don't think that makes logical sense. It's like Oishi was just after he says that, he makes a joke about Rena interacting with a zombie. Anyway, one of Oishi's team tells Oishi that Kasai is the one tracking Rena, so Oishi has undercover cops placed at Rena's house. However, Rena has stolen some of her dad's money and is hiding away herself. Smart kid. Moving over to Mion and Keshi talking about how Rena is in hiding and also that the police are looking for Rena as well. Keshi brings up the possibility that the police could have found the corpses the games club hid, to which Mion reveals she had the bags of parts removed to a secret Sonosaki location as there were plans to deforest the area.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know what deforest means, it's like, you know, when there's like an area of forest and people want to build houses. So
I'm pretty sure deforestation is pretty obvious.
Yeah, but you know, some people might not know.
Yeah, some people are out there like, deforestation, the ruining of coral.
Yeah. Like coral, that's in the ocean.
Yeah, that's the joke.
Oh, okay.
That's the joke of people misunderstanding it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, the body parts have been moved to a location we don't know about.
Yeah.
You want to take the next note?
Okay, sure. These glasses are a little dark. Where were we? There we go. Rena is determined. That's it.
No.
The top one?
The one above it.
Okay, Rena is holding out in her secret if she's hiding out in her secret hideout, well, she's holding up there as well.
It's like, are these glasses really working for you?
You know, not my reading glasses. So she...
The sacrifice of looking cool.
Yeah. She's hiding out in her secret hideout in the junkyard when two people show up to look for her there. Atsushi gets a radio call saying Rena is in the storage house.
I thought it was like, it was like sushi, but it's Asushi.
Yeah. And then Rena, she's determined to get the truth out, but she's seeing the maggots in her blood from her self-infected scratches to her neck once again. Yeah, inflicted. And
well, they are sort of infected.
But the maggots are good because they eat dead flesh. That's what they used to do in the medieval days. You get like
that's actually what they say in the anime as well.
Yeah, and they just put the maggots in there, and they eat the flesh.
Although, considering how healthy she looks,
yeah, maggots are
for her to be seeing maggots, not really the best sign.
Yeah. Okay, so Kechi gets to the junkyard and Rena decides to leave, considering how well her spot is known.
Well, yeah, she did have all her friends show up at it.
Yeah. He notices that her neck is bloody and asks her about it. Rena downplays the seriousness of the injury. He's like, "'Tis but a scratch."
It's just a bit itchy.
It's like,
I just got a bit itchy.
It's like that guy, you haven't seen the Holy Grail, where he's fighting the knight, and he loses an arm. It's like, "'Tis but a scratch. A scratch, your arm's gone."
Do you get what I'm doing here?
Yeah. And he just loses all his limbs. Okay, we'll call it a draw. So I'll bite your ankles. Yeah, but
So yeah, Rena's paranoia has been increased by the fact that the bodies were moved by Mion, and she's like she moved them because like she's behind some of the stuff going on. But it's like, no, Mion just moved it because, well, if the bodies were found, Rena would be screwed.
yeah. It's like, I'm trying to help you out.
Yeah. And then Rena goes to change the story of the parasite to it being an alien from outer space.
Yes.
Does this technically qualify for the sci-fi section?
Oh, well, it's not a real alien, so...
No. Like, the theory.
Oh,
that's being
theory.
presented.
Okay.
Like, would it, if that was true, would it qualify as sci-fi? In a way?
Yeah, unless that theory is proven correct, then I don't think it'd classify.
Mm. Yeah, she uses this story to explain how Mio could have been alive and dead on the Cone Drifting Festival night.
Like Schrodinger's cat. Whoop. You know?
Schrodinger's mate.
Cat. Yeah, and until you open the box, we don't know if Mion is alive or dead.
No, Mio.
Mio, yeah.
You said Mion.
Sorry. So Mio is alive and dead at the same time until that box is open.
Mm. But it's like, it explains how she could have been in a... It's like, she also tries to use it to explain how she could have been in the hideout in the storeroom at the same time. When it's so obvious that someone called that in.
Yeah.
It's like, someone was trying to protect her.
But who was it?
You.
What a twist.
Da da da. Breaking the fourth wall.
Just like Deadpool.
So yeah, like, Rena suddenly experiences, like, a pretty extreme headache.
Her spider sense is tingling.
And, like, asks if friends don't hide things from each other. At which we get Kechi's back.
I keep dropping this thing, what the fuck?
Put it up
There we
there, out way from the fucking edge.
Side out of mine.
But yeah, Kechi just like honest and like says yes, and then Rena drops backstory for Kechi all over her laps.
Yeah.
Because apparently Kechi shoots, like, used to shoot young children with a model gun.
Like kind of like a BB gun.
Yeah. Either a BB gun or, like, yeah, probably most likely a BB gun.
Yeah. Kechi did reveal himself to his parents, and his dad got him out of trouble with a lot of money.
Money. Money. Do you get that reference?
Mr. Krabs.
Oh, I got a call now.
You
continue.
Where was that? The next day arrives and Rena doesn't show up for school. Some people thinking she got spirited away, by the demon. Upset at having lied to his friends, Kechi reveals his past to them, and Mion says that there are some secrets friends do keep from each other. All three don't care about his past. Now, obviously, Mion's secret is, like, okay, she has a twin sister, Shion, that the others don't know about. Suddenly, flashback memories are triggered. However, this memory is from a different timeline. The first timeline, Rika asks Kechi if he remembers, and he answers knowing it's from a different world. Rika says Kechi remembering is a miracle, meaning she knows what Kechi is remembering, like she was there. Kechi says he will try everything to save Rena, that tragedy can be avoided and fate can be resisted. Rena's voice changes to a serious tone to say that she will fight alongside him to change fate. Can they change fate? Let's find out. Kechi hugs and apologizes to Mion, even though she is baffled about why she's gotten such an intense hug from Kechi. Kechi tells Mion he'll never doubt her or any of his friends. Hear, hear. The Sonozaku family and Okino Nomiya police have a sit down at a restaurant, Kichi Ichi, to talk about the situation with Rena. Because the problem is between Mion and Rena, for some reason the Sonozaki family don't want the police getting involved, because they like to handle business their own way, as I'm sure you've all seen in the previous videos. Oh damn, I lost my spot. Where was I? Here we go. Kasai shows a briefcase containing the other scrapbooks Mio had, meaning everyone is in on the same page about why Rena is important to both sides. And I do like that. I like how it's not just like a one-sided thing, you know. Mio's scrapbooks seem to be containing conflicting evidence, trying to make Mio look like a conspiracy nut. The Sonozaki spin the story to make it seem like they're after Rena over the deaths of Mio and Tomataki. Oshi leaves for some fresh air and his team asks the Sonozakus for two promises. One, to turn over any other scrapbook they find, and the same to Rena herself. DOS! Alright, so that's the end of episode 25. Let's move to 26 here. So, Mion has a conversation with Che about something happening at the school. Oh, you're all good?
Tax stuff.
Alright. Oh, we just finished episode 25. It's about to start episode 26.
Do you mean episode 4?
Oh, episode uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
You okay there?
Like the song. Alright, would you like to pick up?
What? From my mentally challenged friend here?
Yeah, why not?
Anyway, yeah, so episode 5, Mion has a conversation with Che, the teacher, about something happening at school, and Che suddenly gets a call from Rena, revealing her location to Che to go get her. It's like, why such a move?
Why so serious?
Well, it's to protect Che in a way, really, as we find out. Because while she's gone, Rena shows up to the school with her nada, which is the blade that's like at the point at the end.
Yeah, like kind of like a scythe.
No, it's like
It's not like a scythe, but
like it's the whole blade goes. It's like handle, blade, and then like a point at the end.
yeah. So it's like a miniature scythe.
Yeah, we could say that.
Yeah.
Although,
Like, you know those stick figures you draw and they've got like a little leg? You know what I mean? Kind of like that.
yeah, except sharper.
Yeah, and deadlier.
And she's got one of the students like, hold on, I want a demonstration. It's like she's got like the
Alright.
knife, like the Hanada right to the throat of of one of the students. It's like she's just walking in like got the student in like a head hold. And it's just like everyone gather in the center of the classroom. Yeah. And several hours really pass by pretty quickly for this, because it goes from like afternoon to very close to like evening pretty quick. And police and news reporters have shown up to handle the situation Rena has created for herself, along with a crowd, just because you always, whenever someone's doing something bad, a crowd always shows up.
Yeah.
It's like, why?
Well, like in hentai, there's always a crowd. Some of the time, it's like, why? Go get a room, you.
Just poke you in the eyes. Poke you in the arm. Oh yeah, so Oishi is also there, and Rena calls him to be like, check, is he on her side? And Keiichi is also on Rena's side, and Oishi uses that to his advantage to be able to talk with Keiichi and find out what the hell's going on in the room. I always forget that this part of the timeline.
Why do you forget?
Because it's just like something you don't really think about. Like what happens in this particular episode.
Yeah.
You want to take the next one?
Sure. Oshi asks Kechi what Rena is up to at the moment and to make sure she's in the room with the hostages, and tells Kechi yes for yes and yeah for no problem to his question. So yes is for yes and yeah is for no.
So to make it look less suspicious.
Yeah. Yeah, though those questions, Oshi learns Rena is the only person behind the hostage situation. Rena questions Oshi on if he's started investigating into the Samazaki's parasite research and gets angry when he says that he hasn't started yet. He asks for evidence, so she sends Kechi out with Mio's scrapbook. While Kechi hands over the scrapbook, Oshi gives Kechi an earphone, a wiretapping device, and spray to allow Oshi an ear inside the classroom and potential chance.
Like, I
of the
thought it was
students'
spray.
escape.
It looked like spray. And I think he does use it as like a spray sort of thing.
To like disguise an ear, was it, or?
I don't know exactly what it was for. But he did get a clear earpiece and wide tapping device. Anyway, so yeah, Keiji returns back to the classroom to Rena's going, sort of, what was it? What's that movie that I'm trying to think of? Because, like, she's spraying gasoline around, like, in a circle and all that. Am I thinking it was a Dark Knight?
And the Joker does that in the movie.
Yeah, with the fight, like, all the money.
Yeah. All you care about is money.
So yeah, and like Keji's freaking out because like gasoline, and outside the school, where she gets a letter from Rena that was hidden inside the scrapbook. In the letter, Rena said she'll probably die from clawing out her own throat. If the mass investigation isn't carried out by 7 p.m., she'll burn the classroom with the students. As insurance, she has set up a time bomb to ignite the gasoline. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, that was you thinking the Dark Knight, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, that was what happened in the Dark Knight.
Oh, a bomb?
Yeah, the gasoline.
No, he didn't set up a bomb. It was just gasoline all over the money.
No, after that scene with Rachel and Harvey. Where they're tied up to the chair.
I didn't even think of
bomb,
that.
And
I didn't even think of that
You
scene.
didn't?
No.
Oh, that's what
I was
that
just
scene.
thinking of the money thing because that's a popular sort of meme post.
Yeah.
Did you scroll too far down?
No, see, gasoline.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Rena back in the classroom. We got Rena just going with the handle of a knife.
Yeah.
Right into like Mion's head.
They're like, bad Mion, bad.
Yeah, and she's, like Mion's like bleeding and probably getting brain damage.
Yeah.
From the actions that she's doing.
Yeah, like that Walking Dead, remember? Paul Glenn.
I don't remember. I haven't seen Walking Dead.
He basically gets his head caved in with a baseball bat. It's like a watermelon, just brutal.
Anyway, so yeah, Kechi decides to put his earpiece in and it's like, what? Like, she just has her back to him. It's like, all she has to do is turn around and see him doing that.
Yeah.
And like, he learns that there's a time bomb in the school. It's like, wait, what? But he's speaking so loud that, like, I'm amazed Rena doesn't hear him.
Yeah, that was a bit sus.
Yeah, but...
I guess he was just whispering loudly for dramatic effect.
But both Rika and Sadako heard him.
Yeah. I don't know. It's called plot armor.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the three of them are like, let's go and find this bomb. And it doesn't even show us how Sadako gets out of like ropes at all. She's just all of a sudden out of the ropes. The moment Kechi Kechi uses a lie of hearing a strange sound somewhere in the building to be able to get out of the classroom and search for the bomb. But He finds a cable in the first room. He looks in. It's like, it's not going to be that easy, man.
Yeah.
Sure enough, he follows it and nearly gets killed by Renner showing up.
Yeah, lucky it wasn't like one of those, like, you know, bombs where it's like, you gotta cut the wire, which wire?
No, it's a much simpler one,
Yeah, lucky then.
as we find out later in the episode.
Yeah, like I was watching, like, Archer, they gotta disarm the bomb. Like, you know, when you disarm a bomb, you gotta say, like, Bravo, Tango, like that. And he's like, Bravo, and he hears something, he's like, something antsy. And it's like, wait, what was that word? Nancy?
Oh, you're talking Archer.
Yeah, he's like, was that Nancy? He's like, you of all people should know what that means. And like, tells him to cut the wire, but it's the wrong one. And he says,
Mancy.
yeah. It's like, what?
I've seen that episode.
Yeah, that's really funny. What do you think I said?
You were...
Yeah. Where was it?
Rika.
Right. Yeah, Rika comes out of nowhere to tackle Renner into some boxes to save Kechi. Sending the lighter out of Renner's hand, Satoko finds the real timer and calls out for Kechi's help with it. Rika puts herself between the two and tells Kechi to go help Satoko. She explains this isn't the first time this has happened and that she will help to change things. What does that mean?
Yeah, we really need to keep an eye on Rika, considering the words she's using.
Yeah.
And, earlier in these episodes, we had mention of other worlds.
Yeah.
Something's a bit suspicious here.
Yeah. Something sus is going on. Rika puts herself between the two and tells Kechi to go help Satoko. She explains this...
Yeah, you already read that one.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to read it again because it's so sus. Satoko figures out what is going on because of earlier events of bad smells and a missing ball. The ball was used to clog up the rain gutter pipe and now the pipe is full of gasoline. Renner poured it in from the second floor roof.
How do you even get on the roof?
Gymnastics.
Yes. Anyway, yeah, so Keiichi takes off to the roof to prevent the explosion from going off. But before he really gets moving, Sadako tosses Satoshi's bat to him. Yeah. It's like, hey, Satoshi, remember that character?
Yeah.
He's been floating around.
Yeah, put those baseball skills to use. Your time has come.
So yeah, Keiichi has less than 3 minutes to stop the timer. And so he's like, okay, baseball bat, do your job. He uses it to smash the window. And like, he does a proper dive for the switch on the bomb. And he literally pulls out the last second cliche.
Yeah.
He's like, stops it with 1 second left. Would have been more cliche if he stopped it with 1 millisecond left. So yeah, all the students managed to climb out the window, and the assault team's like, we're gonna go in and capture Renner.
Dead or alive?
Probably alive. Preferably alive.
Well, but you never know.
Someone in there got itchy trigger finger.
Yeah. I don't care if she surrenders. I'm shooting me a bad girl.
Well, the fire department's like, no, get the team out. Because of all the extreme vapors from the gasoline that's floating around in that building. A single bullet could literally trigger an explosion. Don't want that, don't we?
No. Just get out the batons.
Anyway,
they can just hear, she's resisting arrest. She's resisting arrest.
You want to take the last section?
Okay.
Because this last section ends with an epic fight. Baseball bat versus Nana.
Yeah. So is it scene due to the yeah, so after the banter between Renner and Kechi, it all comes down to a baseball bat via Nata fight.
Versus. VS versus.
Either Kechi dies or gets a maid. So Kechi needs to win this.
Come on, Kechi, he's got the baseball bat, he's got the weight.
Yeah, Rika
advantage.
manages to get out of the school and watches the epic fight unfold, and says that he might be able to find a way out of this maze of tragedy. Clearly, Rika knows a lot more about the situation going on beyond just these events.
Yeah, like, what is going on?
Kechi says if Rena wins, he'll believe her story of aliens, even if Rena does claw out her throat. Rena just wants the same as Kechi, without the maid part.
So she wants a butler.
Yes. In the final charge at each other, Rena knocks the bat from Kechi's hands, meaning she wins the fight. But Kechi says it's not a win until she swings her nutter down on him. Rena doesn't want to and gives the fight as well, ending in another draw.
Either way, like, they both won and lost. Like, Kechi is like, okay, go ahead, kill me.
Yeah,
And
if you strike me down, I shall become far more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
So yeah, even though everything was fixed and the disaster was prevented, there are still mysteries held within Hinamizawa that haven't been answered. Like, who's Satoshi? What happened to Mio and Tomitake?
Yeah.
Why are we seeming to be in a time loop?
And where is this time loop gonna take us next?
But so yeah, Rika gets a nice old friendly visit from Oishi and finds out that Mio and Tomitake are dead once again. On the con drifting festival night. It's like Rika tells herself she'll play with this endless dune. Meaning two things. Something else happened, like something else had to happen in that other timeline with the fight after the fight. And Rika is somehow stuck looping time.
And that's not all.
What?
You know what month June is?
This month.
Not just any month.
Pride month.
Yeah, she's stuck in pride. And that's a sin.
What?
Pride is a sin.
Oh.
So that, you know, there's gluttony, sloth. She's stuck in a
Anyway,
month of sin.
we still have one more episode to go.
Yeah, we'll cover that.
No. Scroll it down.
No episode.
No. It's episode 6.
Episode 6. Ah, okay, I see what you mean. So
Yeah.
I was a bit confused. Okay.
I was just writing it like that so we don't lose track.
Okay. What a twist.
Anyway, yeah, so we got one last episode, and this episode takes place like over 30 years after the incident that happened at Hinamizawa. A lot of this episode is like talking about the theories that came out from what happened, and like how after the night of the fight on the rooftop, pretty much all villagers died. You good there?
Yeah, I'm so shocked. Tell me more, Mr. Science.
So yeah, they're like, we rejoin with Mamoru, who is revisiting the place like 30 years later, because he went there in 1979 for the investigation of the missing grandson of the Minister of Construction. And like his first stop on his fun little death tour is at the bus stop where he met Rika for the first time. And like Oishi is waiting there for them. And so yeah, we find out that Mamoru's drive. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Mamoru.
I think that's it, Memorial.
Yeah, his driver's name is Sawada, who is a person that works in the self-defense force.
And also his junior.
Yeah, a junior from college.
Yeah. The father supervised any activities in Hinamizawa since it was shut down. This allowed for some convenience of him being Mamoru's guide in Hinamizawa.
So, because like Sawada basically knows the whole place from having to be the person that worked there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they all get into Sawada's car and they all head out. No, they don't get in his car. They just walk, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh no, they are in the car because they drive to the other locations later on.
Oh, isn't it they drive and then they stop and then they walk the rest of the way?
Yeah. So they head over to Onigafuchi Marsh, which for some reason was filled with concrete.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
I have no idea.
It's like the internet's like, oh, this is a UFO landing site. It's like
it's Area 52.
No, it's Japanese Area 51.
Yeah, I call it Area 52. You know, because there's Area 51, which is like the first one. It's like, oh, we got Area 52. Danny, no. Where were we?
Go down a bit. So yeah, we learned that Onigafuchi Marsh was the ground zero of what happened to the town of Hinamizawa. Apparently, the gas eruption that happened was a composition of hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide, which created a wet gas that's basically spread through all of Hinamizawa, killing everyone in one night.
God.
To be honest, that has to be impressive.
Yeah.
The swamp had a massive fart and killed everyone.
It might have been Swamp Thing from DC.
Poison Ivy. I think it's just the swamp had really bad gas from the Taco Bell it had.
Yeah. People on the internet say that using concrete to fill in the gas leak is not a permanent solution to the problem. Some say that what happened might have been a bioterrorist attack by aliens. Also, floating around the internet's murmurs about a secret file called Record 34.
Anyway, we make our way to our next stop, which is the old clinic, Iro's old clinic. The Record 34 Mamoru just mentioned contain notes by Mio.
How can this be if it's 30 years in the past?
Well, Mio's name is written in the files as the kanji characters for the numbers 3 and 4.
What kind of witchcraft is this?
What?
Are we living in the House of Hogwarts?
No. We're living in the world of a country that has multiple different written languages.
Where were we?
So yeah, essentially, Record 34 is a file made by Mio herself, and it's about her research into the demon legend of Hinamizawa. Which it turns out, like, that Record 34, we find out later, is the scrapbook.
Yeah.
So we know it's real.
It's alive.
But yeah, her notes talk about how a UFO crash landed in Onigafuchi Marsh containing a parasitic bacteria from outer space that infected early villagers in Hinamizawa. The aliens revealed themselves for basically doing the massive up they did, but the villagers were like, okay, you're gods, you're a god, you're Oyashiro now.
Yeah.
And like the aliens did use their advanced technology to help the village.
Yes, they just used it to build the pyramids and left.
No, these aliens were pretty helpful
Oh, okay.
to Hinamizawa. the three great families sheltered the aliens. Obviously, you don't want to be revealing, hey, there's actual aliens out there, and they worship them as deities in the Fruited Shrine for generations. And then over time, the parasite stabilized itself to the point that like people could actually come and go from Hinamizawa without getting infected.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. So yeah, the three great families though were upset that they basically lost control of the villages, and they wanted to reawake the parasite's power to basically hold them in their hand.
It's like that Resident Evil game. What one is it? 5 or 4?
You could just say Resident Evil. Any game would be right.
No, but I mean these specific parasites remind me of one of those ones.
Huh. Anyway, the day after the Renner's hostage situation, the Great Hinamizawa disaster happened, which was the whole gas story. There are the people on the internet don't think the order offense were not they think they were not acquitted. Wait, I think I misworded this.
Which word?
No, just the way I wrote it. People that don't think the order events were not a coincidence.
Oh, okay.
No, so they noticed a lot of things going on with the lockdown performed by the SDF.
Yeah.
It's like the concrete being filling up the marsh, the arrow being closed down for like decades. It's like that's a bit odd, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty sus.
And
yeah,
and all the periodic blood tests that the SDF members were given during the lockdown, and like people on the internet, they're like, oh, those blood tests that they're doing, they may have been bacterial infection experiments. It's like, excuse me, what? Like, just imagine being purposely infected for an experiment. That's just cruel. There are also some people out there that are like, no. There were no volcanic gases discharged during the Great Hinamizawa disaster because the gas composition would have rusted the metal from exposure to hydrogen sulfide, and lots of natural damage would have been caused by the gas, of which apparently there's no traces of it in Hinamizawa. And Mamoru seems to believe there might be some truth to the theories being presented online, but Sawada is dubious of even the existence of Record 34. So Mamoru is like, okay, brings out the scrapbook. Here's Record 34. Take a read. And she's like, Mio predicted the Great Hinamizawa disaster. Oishi has his own personal little theory that he's been building as well, and that's that the three families were researching an ancient toxic microbe to bring back the past religious devotion to the village. He might be the most right person out of the lot, and the Great Hinamizawa disaster might have been a result of their failure. Essentially meaning like that bacteria, rather than giving the family's control, started killing everyone. Anyways, after that sort of depressing stuff, a tour of depression continues past the old water wheel to Hinamizawa School, where the three men meet an adult Rena. Rena regrets doing such stupid things and believing ridiculous stories. Of course, like, we know her stories to be somewhat correct. So yeah, apparently the same evening as Rena's hostage situation, Ire was found having committed Sudoku by taking poison, and Rika was found dead by the shrine. Rena was hospitalized after the action she took, hence why she was like the only survivor of the Great Hinamizawa disaster. Or she pushes Rena just a bit too hard for the truth, and it's like she starts to have a bit of a mental breakdown, repeating, "I don't know! I don't know!"
Why don't you know? Why don't you know?
But then she's like, she reveals that Rika had some big secret.
Yes, and these and they're like, because obviously the series has had a lot of, shock and awe moments, but this one, would you argue, takes the cake?
No. I feel like another moment did. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, Mion had nothing to do with aliens or bacteria or whatever happened. Turns out at some point Rika went to Rena's hideout to save her using a syringe. Rena denies the syringe and Rika responds with, "This world is doomed."
Doomed.
This place has got a death curse. Remember that?
Yeah.
Friday the 13th. And she's no longer interested in this Hinamizawa. In her darker voice.
Yeah.
Rena sensed a different Rika being present in this world every once in a while. It's like, it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Mamoru remembers his conversation with older sounding Rika back in 1979 and how she said she would be killed in June 1983. Rena wishes she could return to those old days of Radiant Hinamizawa. She's not like us, going back in time.
No.
Or Rika. I feel like the secret is sort of out of the bag with Rika, isn't it?
Yeah. Who does she think she is? The girl who leapt through time?
Nice reference.
Yeah. I was gonna say, what was that TV show? Quantum Leap?
Yeah.
I was like, nah, the girl who leapt through time is a better reference.
Yeah, it's a better reference because it's an anime movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should probably end our episode here. Links will be in the description to both of Bailey's channels and also both of my channels for you guys to check out. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when it comes out. A ding, a ding, ding, a ding.
A dong 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 dong.
Stop.
Oh, what sound would you prefer me to make?
Just the normal ding dongs.
Dongs, dong, dong, dong.
I'm Xavier. Xavier out.